everybody. Welcome back to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Hello to the cadre. Hello to everybody out in YouTube land. We're going to do a straight shave today, so we're going to speed things up a little bit after the first pass. But our razor for today will be a Thiers-Issard 6/8, and this is part of their Legend series. It's part of a 7-day set. It's been honed recently, and 30 and 60 on the strop, and I'll strop in between. And as some of you know, especially those of you on the forum, we do Zoom calls, and those were initiated obviously during COVID and the lockdown, but we've continued them every 2 weeks or so, and we just started those back up again. And the realm of conversation from the members is fantastic. I won't go into details of last night's call because you'll vomit, but we always talk about shave soaps and stuff like that. And so that kind of initiated today's shave. We're going to be doing a French hard-milled soap today, and it's L'Occitane. And that's in the kind of a neat little UFO thing. And I don't even know if they make it. This is the Cade version. But the reason why we discuss this is because these French hard-milled soaps, such as L'Occitane and Pré de Provence, this thing is years old. You cannot go through these in a lifetime. Very, very hard soap. Very, very nice. Performance is mediocre for the most part. PDP is a little bit better than this. But like we were talking about last night, the stamped logo on the PDP hard soap, the French hard soap, I can still see. And we've had this for a long time. So we're going to do that today. Our brush today, we also talked about synthetic brushes and how well the knots have gotten. And so I'm going to be using a Sorrentino Brushworks. This is his Corleone, which was a kind of a poured resin in different colors, and then a synthetic knot. I'm not sure which one this is. I think it's an AMAC knot. For our aftershave, we're going to be using something you don't see very often. You can get it. They don't sell it in the U.S. that much. You have to get it through, not Small Flower, but there's a couple of places you can get it from, and it's Via Barberia Omega Aquae. Now, they do make this, I think, in 3 or 4 scents. This is a very light, citrusy, aquatic scent. And it's a serum, so it's a thick serum, and you don't need much of it, maybe 2 pumps, and it's fantastic. It has silk proteins in it, and so forth. And then for the EDT, we'll be using L'Occitane Eau de Toilette, which is kind of a woody citrus, not too bad for the summer months. So I hope everybody's doing well. It was good to get back to everybody on the forum. It was kind of nice. Now, the one thing with these hard-milled soaps is you have to load them. I mean, the quality of artisan soaps nowadays have gotten to the point now where basically you wet the brush, touch the brush, 3 or 4 swirls, as Cade had mentioned last night in our call, and you've got a wonderful, super performance soap. Those of us that have been around this game for a long time remember the days of, Mitchell's Wolfat and Williams, the original Williams, where you kind of had to work at loading it. So, you'll hear terms from some of the older guys saying, load it like you stole it, or just when you think you have enough, load more. And that's kind of the way this soap is. Being a French hard-milled soap, you want to load this thing as well. And that's why I think synthetics have really come a long way as far as that, because you can get a nice load out of a synthetic. This is a very, I don't know how I would describe Cade, but it's a very powdery, I don't want to say colonia because it's not. It doesn't have a lot of citrus in it, but it's just a very, very, very nice. It's not overly warm, so it's okay for summer. But as long as you load the right amount of this soap, and like most French milled soaps, you definitely want to at least put a tablespoon or so of water on the puck. But as you can see, even without adding any water right out of the gate, it makes a nice creamy lather. And like I said, it just, you never use enough of it. I mean, it just keeps going. little bit more water. We should be good to go. Okay. And I know for a long period of time, TI razors were hit and miss. Some of them came with some fairly funky geometry, but most hone out real well. And they hold their edges real well. And overall, they're a very inexpensive razor for what you get. And they shave wonderfully. This one is the full hollow. Okay, we're going to go ahead and speed everything up, and we'll talk to you and have final thoughts as far as all the other accoutrement that we're doing right after the shave. See you in a bit. we're back. Good shave. That TI never, ever disappoints. Just had to do a little bit of cleanup. Hardly any reaction from the alum. Like I said, I can't remember when exactly I honed or refreshed that last razor. I've been getting kind of lazy on that. And as always, we'll use a little bit of Thayers cucumber. Let that dry a little bit. Okay, and then we'll be using the Omega Aquae. And as I said, it comes in a really neat pump bottle, and you only need, I don't know if you can see that much. That's it. And it's fairly thick, but once it hits the skin, it absorbs well, and it leaves the skin really soft because it's got a silk protein complex in it. That's really, really nice. And then for our talc, we'll be using Borotalco today, just because it's a neutral scent. And again, for our EDT, we'll be using L'Occitane. And that's it, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining me here at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Those of you that haven't joined the cadre yet, what are you waiting for? www.theshavingcadre.com. Come see a great bunch of gentlemen. And for TSC members, thanks for everything you do each and every day. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.